Yo, and hello, everybody. Mike here, baseball collector, and the Nationals over. It's the day after, which means a lot of people are kind of in hobby hangover, and they have a hard time adjusting back to real life. And I know work today for me was crazy busy, which made the day go very fast. And now here we are, and some stuff came in while we were gone. Believe it or not, the mail still delivered cards while we were gone. And I took some time pre-national to kind of take advantage of what typically happens. And there were some crazy good deals that I got on stuff. And I started going after some stuff that I'll explain when I start showing some cards that were super cool. Some additions to ongoing projects. I'll explain in a minute. But yeah, it can be hard sometimes getting back to real life after the rigors of the National. I do have some cards I want to show off from the National that I want to re-show because I don't think that the lighting in my hotel room did them justice. And I just want to show them off again just because I'm so proud to own them before they go where they need to go. I spent most of the day yesterday doing the onboarding of cards into my collection. So the stuff that I had gotten in the National was, I sat down and I put it on all the different checklists and I check stuff off and I do all the different stuff that I do, scan in cards, add them to the registries, etc., etc. And it is so much fun. If you're like me and you love cards and you love collecting and you love organizing it, that's part of the joy of it. Not only getting the card, but getting it into the spot in your collection where it's going to live. And that's fun for me. Okay, so everybody knows about what happened I already talked about the get together, and I'm not going to belabor the point. But one thing I do want to share, and maybe I didn't talk about it enough, but Justin Hirsch from Rabbit Hole Auctions was an absolute rock star that night, helping us figure things out and shuttling pizza all over the place. And he had help for sure, but Justin and I were all just trying to make the best of a pretty cruddy situation. And Justin was sponsoring the event with Rabbit Hole Auctions, and he was so great. And we talked the other day, and he said that he wants to just be part of the community. He just loved seeing the community rally, seeing everybody that showed up, and certainly guys peeled off, but there were so many that stayed, and we wandered all over like nomads around the grounds of the National, and ultimately had pizza and had a great time. But he wants to do a giveaway. We're going to do some giveaways at the get together, but that obviously didn't happen. So he wants to give away $250 to you. If you go on to Rabbit Hole Auctions, I will have a link down below, and you register, because one of the things he wanted to sponsor, because he wanted to get to know you guys. He's a collector like us. He wanted to meet a lot of you, and he wanted to let you know about his new auction house. If you don't know about it yet or haven't registered yet, go do that. And if you do it and put baseball collector in somewhere there's a place I think you can put how you heard about us or something like that, and you put baseball collector, you will be entered into a drawing to get another $250 credit to his auction house that can be used at his first auction, which is going to be in September, or at future auctions. And you have to do that by September 1st. So that's the period of time, and then we'll do a drawing for that. And I'm going to show you an awesome gift that he gave me here in just a minute. So that's it for now. Justin, thank you. You were amazing last Thursday night and made a bad situation at least bearable, and you really came through. So thank you. Showing that you're just as part of this community as anyone. Let's look at some cards though, because I got some cool stuff. Hang on. All right, let me get this situated here. Okay, so what I was talking about project-wise was I started expanding my 5 stars doing a lot more 5-star Hall of Fame prospecting, guys that I think now at least have a chance. Will all of them get in? Maybe, maybe not. Eventually, who knows? But I started going after some other guys. How about Chris Sale? This is the 2017. I got the Koufax in the National, the gold, which looks really good. The purple, you can just see the autograph just really fades into the. If you get it at the right angle, it looks okay. But then the card looks crappy. But this is the purple for Chris Sale. He has a bunch of 5-star autographs. They're cheap. I'm going to go after him. How about Freddie Freeman? This is his 2013, and he's got several 5-star autographs. This is my first one of Freddie Freeman. So definitely think he's pretty much locked up Hall of Fame to me. The World Series last year pretty much did it in my mind. So I'll be going after his 5-star autograph run. Another guy that I think has a shot that I don't know why I hadn't bought this yet, but Andrew Jones. And Andrew Jones is one of those guys that I think is the ballot's going to be pretty thin the next few years. So I think he's really going to get some support more than he's had, and he's not too far off now. So this is his only 5-star autograph. This is 2015. Not an expensive card. It was like $30. And these were all pre-national pickups that came in while I was at the National. Another guy that I think has got a really good shot is Paul Goldschmidt. I have a few of his already. Here is his 2012, which I just picked up, and his 2019. So we've got Diamondbacks and Cardinals here. This one over here is numbered to 15. It's the green. So couple Paul Goldschmidts. He is not expensive. So that's just bunches of 5-stars that I wanted to just add to these potential future Hall of Famers while I can and while they're available, and just start looking for them, because sometimes it takes time to get these things. All right, a couple of biggies. Prez Steel Masterworks. Again, there are 50 cards in this set. 10 different players, 5 different designs each, modeling mostly after just classic card designs. This is the Rose postcard of Willie Mays from that set, autographed. And I couldn't believe I got this, and for what I paid for it, I think it was, I want to look. It wasn't that bad. You can go look it up on it. It was on eBay, so you can go find it. But a mint 9 on the auto. And thrilled to add that one. And then this was an auction. Look at that. This is after the Goodwin Champions set. Another Prez Steel Masterworks. So this is another design. Mickey Mantle. New blue flip for PSA. Look at that. Just gorgeous. I know I paid under $500 for this, which is not usually what I have to pay for these to get them. Usually it's significantly more. So I was thrilled when I won that auction. When it ended, I was like, I don't believe it. I'm never going to get this card. And I did. So I got that. Now onto this is the gift from Justin that is so awesome. And I got lots of gifts from guys. And everybody that gave me something, I truly appreciate it. It's all been put away. It's been added to the collection, put in the beast or in the binder, wherever it goes, and I appreciate it. Here is what Justin gave me. We had talked a while back. Oh gosh, it's been a while. And I was just like, God, I know there's Cy Berger autographs out there. I need to go get one, because he's such a pioneer in the hobby. To me, he would be on the Mount Rushmore of the hobby. Cy Berger would. And I mean, he's basically ran tops forever. And this is the all-time fan favorites, just an on-card auto of his. It's not a pack-pulled auto, I don't think, because it would say, top certified autograph issue, but it's a second-hand auto, but that is his autograph, and it's in this awesome rabbit hole custom case, which I want to leave it in that because it's just cool. And then I'll always remember, I wouldn't forget anyway, but Justin, again, is a great friend, a great guy in this hobby, and is trying to do something cool in the auction world. So again, go check out his site. Link will be down below. to register. All right, on to the big boys from the show. Kind of my 3 biggest pickups, and just going through them again in better lighting, and just to show you guys. The Gretzky rookie that I got, the O-Pee-Chee. Love this. This was a pickup from George at Diamond Yard Sports Cards. And I, again, thought, if I'm going to own a hockey card, this is the one I want to own. I want the O-Pee-Chee. I don't really care about the grade, but I'd like a nice one. And this checks all of those boxes. It's a beautiful 4.5. And it's a Gretzky rookie. So, yeah, just awesomeness. So, George, thanks for the deal and letting me buy this from you. That's going in the vault. Then we've got the Willie Mays PSA 1. Again, so many people looked at this card at the show. So many of my friends, they wanted to see it. And again, hotel lighting, etc., did not do it justice. But look at that. That's what you want a PSA 1 to look like. No creases, beautiful color, no snow. Certainly some fair corner wear. At least I like it equal corner wear. I mean, look at that. And you say, how is that possibly a 1, Mike? Well, most people know, but there's paper added on the back. So this was in some type of album or something, and some of the paper came off the other deal and was left there with the glue. Some people were suggesting that I soak it or some type of chemical to get, crack it and get rid of that and get a higher grade. And I'm like, nope, not even. It's going to stay right here in this beautiful PSA 1. Or as Adam would say, pristine 1. Yes, look at that. So just so glad to own this card, and so glad I pulled the trigger on it. It's funny, when you buy a card, you pay over comps. At least I shouldn't say you may not feel this way. I kind of go, oh. And then now I don't care. Even just a few days later, I'm like, I don't care. I'm happy. I'm glad I own it. And then the last one is the T202 Hassan triple folder. And oh my gosh, how about that for a 1? There's definitely a little bit of staining up here. I don't know though, it's just so gorgeous. 3 for 1 on Hall of Famers. There's what the backs look like. Back's pretty, I mean, it just looks old, and it's supposed to look old. It's 113 years old. I wouldn't look this good at 113. But you've got the beautiful Cobb portrait, Hugh Jennings, another Hall of Famer there, and then of course the famous photo of Cobb sliding into third. I mean, that's a baseball card right there. Absolutely beautiful. It was between this and the DiMaggio, and having days to sleep on it, I feel like I made a good choice. I can get the DiMaggio later. They're around. And just really happy I got this. So thanks to all the guys that were there helping me make this decision. There were bunches. This was my kind of last big purchase on Thursday. So yeah, that is it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks for following along on all the national stuff. And I will talk to you guys soon. Keep collecting.